just celebrating this Monday because it's a reminder of how beautiful Zimbabwe is and where we are heading. I must say that the streets are buzzing, and by the way, Mnangagwa was falling. The wicked empire has collapsed. Okay, but you guys need to give me my flowers while I'm still alive. I just want to ask you guys, please remember there's a thank you button, that you can actually be able to bless me if you want to. All right, I'm excited this morning. It's a Monday, beautiful, gorgeous, really chilled Monday. But most importantly is what's going on the streets. Yesterday, last night, and I can tell you, you cannot even believe that my X account has been suspended. I'll tell you why. ZANU PF, okay, Mnangagwa supporters, loyalists reported me so that I can be blocked for some time because the video I dropped last night was trending, across social media platforms, TikTok, every Facebook is buzzing. But I'm excited that this empire has fallen. All right, guys, that's what we're going to be discussing this morning. And I must also tell you that even Oxulia Mnangagwa was humiliated on X. Guys, I don't know why is it Mnangagwa did not listen to Chamisa, who said, let's have a dialogue? Would have been all in this mess that we are in today. But that's what happens when you do not listen, okay? When you don't listen, things will never end well for you. All right, so before we proceed, I know if it's your first time to just pass through this channel, please subscribe and make sure to ring the bell so that at least every time I drop a video, you're going to be robbed right here for conversation. I know streets are buzzing, but my regulars, I can see out the comments, excitement, laughter. Guys, please don't forget to like the live so that we push algorithm. Every Zimbabwean, by the way, the roads are open. Listen, our fathers stood firmly and said no one is going to be arrested any longer. So, guys, feel free to speak your mind. But once again, respectively. I'm not a lover of vulgar and but I genuinely believe that we can converse in a proper manner that at least be able to usher out in a Zimbabwe that we always wanted. The empire has collapsed. A wicked empire has collapsed. I would be surprised if this empire would still be standing. Guys, I knew this will not end well. I knew it. It will not end well. And I've kept on sending messages to Mnangagwa's children. I'm like, don't worry about daddy, because daddy is getting younger. But you know better. You should do things differently because but they didn't want to listen to me. But I also believe that whatever you sow in life is exactly what you're going to reap. Okay, Mnangagwa over the years has been sowing evil seeds, and I'm not surprised that we are where we are today. Shout out to the fathers. I honor you, says. I honor you. All right, so Leonard Connie, okay, he said, I've repeatedly stated that this 23rd agenda nonsense is being pushed by a small group of folks in unfashionable Mipuruwas who want to keep looting. Many people are strongly opposed to Mr. Baraziro self-serving narrative. The people want Mr. Baraziro to go as soon as possible, so referring to Mnangagwa. You also saw reports yesterday from the Standard that is ZANU-PF structures resist heavily the ED 23rd agenda. I guess that's why they suspended my account, because I've been very vocal on that. TikTok is buzzing like beyond measure. For those that does not know that I'm on TikTok, Rumbi Uncensored, Facebook, Rumbi Uncensored, X as well, Rumbi Uncensored, and also YouTube. But like I said earlier on, my account on X has been suspended because ZANU-PF hooligans reported me, okay, because they wanted them to at least mute this video that is circulating right now of our forefathers. Interesting. Let's start with, they will say ladies first. Okay, so this morning, I'm going to start with the First Lady. Okay, the First Lady, Oxulia Mnangagwa, sent out a message yesterday that caused an unbelievable backlash. Let me read the message. She said, in a heartbreaking scenario, this is Oxulia Mnangagwa writing on social media, I conducted in-person counseling sessions this last Thursday for a 14-year-old Chimoio girl who became well known on social media for insulting a mother who was attempting to bring her back home. The girl was impregnated by a married gold partner, Munyaradzi Musarurwa, who is currently wanted by the police. I sought out the child to hear her side of the story and provide her with the appropriate counseling. I made the young girl apologize to her mother and all mothers in Zimbabwe and make the correct decision to return to school after giving birth. I think you guys saw the story that was trending. A young girl who literally, got pregnant by this dude, a young sweetheart, but she was fighting with their mom. Again, I'm a firm believer that parents need to raise their children respectfully. Remember, kids have got rights as well. I'm not even talking about street rights, because even the Bible says, mothers, please honor your children. Mother, the Bible says that respect your children's opinion. Speak to them. They're your kids, right? Communicate with them respectfully. So honestly, I do understand, but the backlash was enormous. Okay, I should be the first person to push back to Mnangagwa and said, we are in this predicament because your husband is a ruthless conduct and disrespect the people of Zimbabwe. You guys have spent your time manufacturing poverty in the country, switching the voices of the people. But when you came in 2017, you woodwinked all of us. We believed in you. But what did you do? You slapped us in the face. So it's your season. When people are speaking the way they do, I could not see no positive comment. All of them Zimbabweans were pushing back. On I read some of this. They said, Kupiko, and then the person swore, Kushaje Kwita, entai kumnobikira idiot. The whole of Africa is only you who go around wasting taxpayers' money doing rubbish. Show us a pic of Miss Ramaphosa doing such. She doesn't have the time. She's a qualified someone, no fake degrees like you. And then he went on to say ED is corrupt, ED is a murderer, ED is a criminal, ED is selfish, ED is heartless, ED is a dictator, ED is a crooked Emerson, ED is a RAPRSG. I cannot repeat those words. A lot of anger. Jay said you and your husband are the reason why there is a higher rate of teenage pregnancies. Makavuta. Wangani said you caused the problem and people to bring solutions. Please, just stay away from us. And then some of the words are terrible. What advice from you, Iwe Wakatora? Okay, this is bad. This is too much. I can't read again. Horrible. And some people say Taneta ZANU-PF. Taneta ZANU-PF must just be dismantled. I've always been like on top of the roof. I genuinely believe that ZANU-PF is beyond the people. It's more to do with the systems. So I do not care what's going to happen for Mnangagwa era. I'm a firm believer in the still shot on top of the roof. Let's do away with everything that was built, every system that has brought us into this predicament. We need Zimbabweans to remember that if we don't love each other, we are not going to make it. So let's do away with evil and really champion love, unity, oneness, respect, sharing, because everything that Mnangagwa stood collapsed our country. Let's reverse all his actions. And then change saying kumbirayo muze so kumbira uti muze baba kuti hatidi #2030. Speak to your husband. We are done. Majara Jairus said ukati haunga kundwe na Tinashe Mugabe. Now you have started your own reality show at State House. Let me give you a better idea. Build a dormitory. Go on the streets of Harare or elsewhere. Take all street kids. Give them a shelter over their heads. We have gold, diamonds, Ramuri Kuba, which is a point, fair point, honestly. Anyway, Chiwenga is winning. Okay, within ZANU-PF, I've said that I need my flowers while I'm still alive. I don't want people who bring flowers when I'm in the coffin. Before we all gonna leave one day. So don't bring me flowers when I'm dead. Bring them right now. Because I've been honest with you guys. I'm very sensitive as far as nonsense is concerned. I can tell rubbish from a distance because I've got this gift. I've got a gift of what do you call it, man? There's a word that they use from a Christian point when you are able to tell what's going to be happening. I've got that gift, but I'll tell you a little bit later on. Majority just wanted to say president. Okay, now he's already a president. Oh Jesus, Chiwenga's already been called a president. Majority just said the president. Constantino Chiwenga is on the right footing. The real veterans pressure come at the right. Others will still say, hey, MJ is hyping Chiwenga. But Pandemuti, Chikukwata Wata, no, body defended him. Chokwari history has a tendency of repeating itself. I think I was also very clear, telling that Chiwenga was stronger than Mnangagwa. People say, no, he's gone, he's done. Guys, Zimbabwe is bigger than Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is not a demigod. Okay, let's just put that out there. I told you he's completely overrated. You guys, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of a man who is weak to the weakest. Mnangagwa should take full responsibility. He messed up. Imagine 2017, the goodwill, international goodwill, local goodwill, regional goodwill. I mean, what do you expect? But this man is squandered right in front of our faces. Now, we talk about the war veterans. I'm I must say, fathers, I salute you. You know, as a daughter, I'm a person who honors the words of fathers. You know, when the fathers come out and speak, I'm like, no, I can just have to sit and hear me. And by the way, today I'm gonna be traditionally be respectful and honored. Mana baba tikukutendai. Mana baba tikukutendai. Listen, yeah, I'm just trying to I'm trying. Okay, because very soon I'm gonna be married. Remember? You know how it is. Tinokutendai mana baba for standing up and do what's right for your children. We honor you. We honor you, fathers. I honor you. Okay. Respect. Mr. Geza, you have my respect. Anyone who's closer to this man, please just send him my love and light and say, your daughter said, I say, if you ever, I know, eventually, okay, fathers, you're getting younger and younger, but you have done well. You may not do much, but you have done well. Be able to stand for truth and push truth into power. That's what society is about. I know some of you are coming in with all this narrative that no, we can be hoodwinked like 27. I'm not interested. Let's take one step at a time. We should never always think negative about life. Let's be positive. Zeroing into what's going on right now. You remember the praise for Chiwenga? Absolutely refreshing. Now we're seeing fathers coming out. Geza, he deserves respect. As old as he is, but very adamant and bold and really respect. Respect. Okay, so let's listen to Geza, please. I am super excited. I've never heard such speech. And by the way, I will stand for anything, any minute, any time. We need to hear what our fathers are saying. Take a listen, please.
Fellow Zimbabweans, I am Blessed Geza, a war veteran, ZANU Central Committee member, and patriotic Zimbabwe, whose commitment to a prosperous and democratic motherland is unparalleled. Today, I'm accompanied by fellow patriotic Zimbabweans who fought in the trenches, commanders from both Zipra and Zanla who fought in the trenches to liberate this country from the brutal minority white colonial rule. These comrades are well-known fighters from both Zanla and Zipra, as I've said. We fought in the second chiwenga with the hope of bringing economic emancipation, freedom, and justice to our fellow brothers and sisters and future generations. Sadly, these values and aspirations, which we carried as we fought during the war, continue to evade us 44 years after independence. The majority of black Zimbabweans remain poor, jobless, and without real freedom, as a few black leaders who have assumed the face, character, and elements of the very beast we fought against in the 1970s war of liberation. The press conference is being held with the aim of mapping a way forward and addressing these imbalances, which for long have been neglected or ignored. In particular, it's a special message to Emerson Mnangagwa, a nationalist who in 27 was brought to power through the help and support of all veterans and the general population of Zimbabwe via Operation Restore Legacy. In general, we also address corrupt gangsters and the hangers on who surround him and abuse national resources for selfish reasons. These men and those around him have failed us. He have failed those Zimbabweans who believed that the events of 2017 would bring an end to despotism, corruption, and privatization of the nation and its people. He is now nearly 10 years in power, but corruption, cronyism, and nepotism have escalated under his rule to extents never seen before in this country. Fellow Zimbabweans, allow me to elaborate on these direct allegations against Mnangagwa, which demonstrates that he has failed this nation constitutionally, morally, and historically.
I love morally.
Attack against all veterans.
Morally. Very important.
Emerson Mnangagwa, on assumption of power, he showed that he was a man who had learned nothing and forgotten nothing. He forgot the roots of his power on day one, and instead of correcting the mistakes of former President Robert Mugabe, he instead went about to prove to all of us that Mugabe was actually a saint. He deliberately sidelined the very people who fought on his side, and instead embraced the thieves, conmen, and heartless killers in his government. He systematically targeted paid veterans who stood for social justice in various arms of government and replaced them with crooks. This is very evident in his cabinet, which is now staffed with non-performing and deceitful ministers. It's no secret that they were picked because they either belong to his clan or are benefactors to his family through his children. All veterans were sidelined, and the majority of them are now destitute and beggars. It is big coincidence that at a time our peers were being removed from influential positions in government, the army, and security sector. We witnessed an increase in the days of army generals. We wonder. We were and are still worried about these deaths, which we believe are linked to Mnangagwa, blue-eyed boy, Munda, who was once Minister of State Security. Right. Mnangagwa who sought to protect the Constitution. He has failed to protect it. He has violated it left, right, and center for personal gain, and with the desire to entrench one center of power from party to country. These maneuvers must be resisted by all rights in Zimbabwe. On the day he took power from Mugabe, he declared that the voice of the people is the voice of God. Yet at every turn, he has violated the voice of the people. In 2023, the people voted. Yet after their vote, he disregarded their voice and teamed up with that charlatan called Sendezo Shabangu to recall legitimate representatives of the people to replace them with his own stooges. This must be stopped. We know that the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Jacob Mutenda, supported this constitutional violation because he had been promised the vice presidency.
Wow.
Right. Like Mugabe, this guy wants to hold on to power beyond his 10 minutes, then pass it to his children, as if Zimbabwe is his fiefdom.
Right.
Let's take note that he has already made his children the de facto leaders of this country, appointing the ministers to strategic boards. In a nation of 60 million, how is it possible that only the Mnangagwas have the capacity to lead in almost all strategic pillars of the economy? No, this can't be right. Some young ones only have now started to push an agenda to illegally extend this term to 2030. And instead of dealing with this mischief, which is the capacity of throwing our country into disquiet, he has pretended as if this agenda is outside his interest. We want to remind those behind this move that we are not fools, and they must not see us as such. How do you claim not to be involved when your ministers appointed under your hand issue official statements in support of this illegal and treacherous 2030 agenda? We as war veterans are against this 2030 agenda. We can't disrespect the voice of 90% of those who voted yes towards 10 minutes. No, we can't allow that. We are also concerned that since assuming power, Mnangagwa is neglected civil servant. are now earning slave wages. Our men and women in uniform have lost their dignity, even in the eyes of the public, due to state poverty. Government shows money collected from taxpayers to corrupt tender entrepreneurs. Lecturers at our universities are now being paid like gardeners, despite their high qualifications. Surely, this is not what we fought for. This is not the Zimbabwe we envisioned when we took up arms.
I like the word charlatans.
We understand that Mnangagwa does not feel the pain of all veterans because he's not one himself.
Wow.
He was invited to the struggle by his in-laws after staying in Zimbabwe for nearly 11 years following his release from prison. He is a beneficiary of nepotism. Saka 11 years this dzaigara idzi ari kuofiswa bhibhujena anga asikazivi kuti umberi kurohwa kupi. It is clear to us that Mnangagwa is failed. He is not fit to run this country, and his time to go is now.
Right.
We ask him to go peacefully. If he refuses to take heed of this advice, we have no option but to ask the people of Zimbabwe to deal with a rogue president in line with the constitution. Ndava kuitira kuna vamwe vedu vasinganzwi English.
All right, what an incredible speech from Geza. And let me just tell you this. One thing you must be careful of, there's a lot of negativity. And these negativities come from those that have been working for Mnangagwa. You call them Marakashi, those stooges, foolish people who can't even see. But this regime is destroying their lives. They're simply being used to protect these thieves and criminals. Right? I don't understand. So don't worry about negativity. I saw it on TikTok. I saw it on Twitter. At first, people came in before Arakash got hold of that video. That's why they tried to to silence me by suspending, reporting my account on X that it can be suspended. Anyway, it's suspended temporarily, and I'll get it back. But here's the thing that I want you guys to know: Zimbabweans, we must focus on one thing. What we have in this country today. The problem we are facing today were all caused by Emmerson Mnangagwa. Remember, Emmerson Mnangagwa has been an engineering of so many evil things because he was part of the security leadership. So while he was there as a security minister, he created a lot of networks, especially those that are using force, brutal way of leadership. Silencing citizens. The abduct and torture, all these work under Emmerson Mnangagwa. Because if it wasn't for him, then why aren't he even sent today and condemn those actions? He's not. And I'm hearing from people from Zambia that this man used to be called the god of the party. What does that supposed to mean? Because he was in control of these institutions and all the evil thing that happened, he was behind it. And I'm just sitting here. We should focus on one thing. Mnangagwa is poison. You can see now, instead of working with everyone else, he's focusing on his kids. It's all about his family. All these positions is his family. The wife does what she wants. It's abuse of power. It's the demand of boot leaking. I don't subscribe that nonsense. I don't. A leader should be humble. No, Mnangagwa is different. He threatens people. Have you ever seen a leader like that? I love also it talks about heartless killers. Okay, guys, and I've been speaking this to my brothers in Zimbabwe to say, if you're a 29-year-old, 30 years, 35, 40, 45, 50, and you are doing the dirty work of Mnangagwa, please be aware that you are going to be held accountable. Don't say I didn't warn you. Some of you need to start running and say, I must protect my family because they're coming for you. In fact, you deserve it because you know what? What you sow is exactly what you need to reap. In fact, in multiplication, some of you life imprisonment if you're not facing firing squad because you have caused so much pain, you ruined lives. And I've always been an advocate of every drug pusher in the country, everyone who's behind the drugs that have destroyed the youth should be held heavily accountable. Take their houses and make them rehabilitation centers. That's how we play. You ruined lives, you have to face the music. I don't care what everyone is going to say on the street. What I'm standing for is this country has to be restored once again to be the bread basket, not only on Africa, of the world. We have what it takes. Chinese people, be warned. The violence you have unleashed in our country, we are coming for you. It's not even a joke at all. You are beating our people, right? You own guns that we can't even own as a Zimbabwe. You own guns in our country. Show me a Zimbabwean person who can be threatening people in China. All right. We are watching because the politicians were protecting you. Now that the lead has fallen, now that the lead is coming off, where to from here? I can see people running out of that country. It's gonna be chichi pata pata man for the next. Where is John Charamba? Why is Chris Mutangwa? In fact, Chris Mutangwa, I need to deal with him alone because Chris Mutangwa, where are you, sir? You thought you were bigger than life. This is what happens when you sow evil seeds, sir. It will come back to rain on you. It's just a matter of time. I dare you, Zimbabweans, if you get any position, please humble yourself. Remain humble. Because once you open your mouth and speak nonsense, it will come back to you in multiplication. It's not about politics. It's what life is. Life is governed by principles, not by violence, not by threats, not by positions, not by principles. Understand that. So shout out, Mr. Geza, I honor you. Once again, I honor my fathers. And like I said to you, okay, I know when fathers sit down, don't forget, I come from a chieftain's family. So I know when my family meets and the elders and the fathers and they talk, as the children, we see so much richness in our culture, in our ancestral spirit. I'm not going to be standing here and be bullied by anybody. Listen, when fathers speak, they carry power and authority. We must heed to their call. Mnangagwa has to go, not now. In fact, yesterday. Okay, let's put that out there. Yesterday, okay, it's not even a conversation at all. He has ruined lives, destroying life. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Guys, Zimbabwe is like, I don't know, a country that was clean, pristine, top class. Everything is in ashes. He failed. Let's look at the reactions on social media. So, Ango Gerard, he said that so basically, according to the war veterans, he is a thief. Mnangagwa is a thief. Mnangagwa is a traitor, a Rhodesian operative, and a sellout who should go now. And I agree on that because I heard many people say Mnangagwa was literally working for the intelligence of the Smith regime. It makes a lot of sense. Because not only because some people say, but we had freedom of speech during the Smith regime. I don't know. Please don't. I just heard people say that the fathers were saying we used to speak. But no, Mnangagwa was worse. He silenced you. He created all these criminals who can threaten their own brothers and sisters in society. And a shout out to y'all. And I'm talking about the brothers who are out there. Okay, you are out there doing all the evil. It's going to rain on you. I know some of you, that's the way of survival is. I said it's going to rain on you. Okay, it's going to rain on you. Okay. I think the worst thing is actually had somebody I spoke to and said to me, oh no, but if I land in Zimbabwe, they'll arrest me. I was sitting, I'm like, you touch not the anointed one of God. Listen, I'm not here because I come here for politics. God sends me. If you stand in my way, you're the one that will fall. No one, absolutely no one can stand in my way. When God sends me, I do what he says, and that is it. You like it or you don't like it, that's your problem. But I have to fulfill the mandate. Try me, and you'll see how you're going to fall. Try me. You understand? And there's going to be a hell of a space tonight, today. Zimbabwe is discussing about Mnangagwa thing. It's going to be fire. Beware, guys, of those Barakash. Come to waste our time. Anybody who's negative, drop the call. We are not here to entertain nonsense. We are in a war where we want our freedom today. Okay. We want our freedom today. Now I'm going to read this message, send her back. Okay, Karina, sometimes she's a bit wild. Let me read the message she sent to Mnangagwa. Send a message to the powers that be. Respect the constitution, Mnangagwa. Good morning, Zimbabwe. We, the people of Zimbabwe, demand an end to the scourge. Okay. Like I said, sometimes she's wild, an end to the scourge of corruption and a return to the constitutional government. Our esteemed war veterans, stewards of the Zimbabwe's liberation, led by Cde Blessed Geza, has courageously spoken out against the EG 23rd agenda, and we stand firmly behind them. The memories of our fallen heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice of freedom continue to inspire us. The spirits of those brave young warriors who perished in Nyadzonya freedom camp Mukushi, Chimoio, and in the bush, whisper truth of justice, equality, democracy, and constitutionalism. We honor their memory by demanding accountability from those who have betrayed our trust. We will not tolerate the gross betrayal of their sacrifice and the violation of our nation's values. We will not remain silent as corruption ravages our economy and our hard-won freedoms are eroded. We demand an end to corruption and impunity. We demand transparency and accountability in all government dealings. Return to constitutional governance. We demand that the government respect the constitution and uphold the rule of law. Return to defend and uphold constitution. Which ED, Emerson Mnangagwa, is sworn to defend and uphold the ED has violated the constitution already. If he is president worthy, he must resign now or he be impeached immediately. Free and fair elections. We demand elections that are transparency, free from intimidation, and truly representative of the people's will. Respect for term limits. Leaders must honor their time in office and step down when their terms end. Emerson Mnangagwa has served 3 terms. He's serving his 3rd term as president. He finished the term of Mugabe as president and not as acting president. This was illegal because VP Mpoko was, according to the constitution, should have acted as president for 90 days after or within which ZANU-PF could have held an emergency Congress to select its leader. Terms, and it is time to leave. They are highly competent Zimbabweans who can lead and uplift our nation. Accountability for those who have betrayed our trust. We demand justice for those who have abused their power and betrayed the people's trust. The time for change is now. Let us rally behind our war veterans and firmly demand a brighter future for Zimbabwe. Let's heed the clarion call for constitutional governance and fight the scourge of corruption. Or #restore Zimbabwe. I agree with them. I completely agree. I have been a firm believer, and I still stand here and as an advocate of free, fair, and credible election. I have learned over the years, I've learned, wisdom have taught me that if you are facing a challenge, you need to look at how did I get into this challenge? And then what do? You go against every action you took. Again, in Zimbabwe, we are in this problem because of one thing: fraudulent election, rigging of elections, abuse of human rights. Hear me out. I repeat, lies, deception, evil, division, they call divide and rule, all nonsense, dividing our people, chaos in the country. So the first step to restore the freedom of Zimbabweans, in my opinion, is a free and fair election, nothing else. It doesn't matter who's going to be chosen. And no one has the right of saying, no, this one is not the right leader, must never lead this country. Who the hell do you think you are? Because I'm just sitting here. Just imagine. I'm sitting in this room and I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, no, but Kasukure's son should never be the president of Zimbabwe. Where do I get the powers from? Undermining the entire Zimbabwe and think I have a voice that should silence everyone else. We have a problem, Zimbabweans. We do not learn from our mistakes. We are in this predicament because over the years, ZANU-PF, even under Mugabe, silenced the voice of Zimbabweans, beating our people. Guys, I don't even want to think about it. Killing innocent citizens, the Gukurahundi people. I can only imagine. When you hear the gruesome attack, you can't believe it was done by a human being. This is what we need to undo. Restoring peace, love, unity, respect, and honor. In fact, this is leading me to what just happened a few days ago. I do not care what someone is going to explain to me, whether it's politics, it's not politics. And I'm going to explain what happened. A few days ago, one of the guy, because I need to stay away from political influence right now at the moment and look at facts to help my brothers and sisters. There's one guy who passed, again in the political space. He was buried like 2 days ago. Some individuals, grown men and women, hear me out. I'm talking about grown men who are independent thinkers, left their mother's house to go to the funeral to cause chaos under the guise of politics. These people need to be arrested because their faces are out there. A normal society should put these people behind bars. What do we really stand for, Zimbabweans? If you come to my family and make noise, just know that they'll be guns to eliminate you. Don't even try. In the midst of us mourning and respect our family that is going to heaven, you have the nerve to leave your mother's house and come to cause chaos. Something is not right in Zimbabwe. We have allowed nonsense for far too long, and we need to put a stop to it. Today, not tomorrow. You come to someone's funeral and cause chaos, you need to be put behind bars. Don't tell me about any, it's not political. You guys, you're now doing evil under the guise of politics. Check other countries. Men and women carry themselves with respect and honor. What is it about you Zimbabweans acting like animals? What is it about you? And you want to say it's politics. I'm supporting which politician? That you can cause chaos in the country. No, you guys are you are allowing nonsense, man. Families, hold these people to account. If possible, hold them and put them in a room and whip them. Because if your parents did not raise you well, the society will teach you how to behave as a person. I cannot even begin to fund them. Going to a funeral and cause chaos. Huh? But this is the society that Mnangagwa built. Mnangagwa is toxic and he's poison in Zimbabwe. Honestly, I stand with Geza. And by the way, I even want his kids to listen to me. You guys, you are poison in Zimbabwe. You have caused, I don't know what to say. You destroy our morals. Today is, honestly, only fools will stand and be supporting nonsense like this. Try if it's a funeral, try to come with your nonsense at my family's funeral, and you see how you're going to be treated. We'll put you in a room and teach you if your parents did not raise you properly. You guys are allowing nonsense, man. This can't be business as usual. Let's have a society that is normal. Respect of elders, honoring our people, respect even the dead. It can't be politics. We have allowed yourself to behave like animals, and something has to give. Somebody has to stand up. Truth has to be restored. Sanity has to be restored. We cannot carry on like this. It is a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. And you can't expect the society to respect you. No wonder why countries are standing and saying, this is not it. You guys have behaved in a way that is so humiliating. I feel embarrassed to watch such on social media. Could grown men, I'm talking about grown men, one interview, one interview funeral. Yeah, it's to cause chaos. Because it's politics. Aye, we can do better. No, it is a no. And varume ava ngavasungwe varume ava. So that we need to set a precedence for generations to come. Our children have seen a lot of evil, and we need to do away with that. Let's create a society that is normal. Let's champion a Zimbabwe that is clean, pristine, respectful, peaceful, honorable. Something has to give. Mnangagwa is the problem. Because when he came, things went even more wild. Beyond wild. And I love when Mr. Geza spoke about the issue of ruthless killers. Okay, the injecting of innocent people poison. Okay, killing innocent people. We lost the generals in a way that was so abnormal. Don't tell me that was God's death. You know, that wasn't God. That wasn't Yahweh. Okay, people were killing so that criminals can keep on looting the country, as something has to give. Honestly, people need to be held to account. And Mr. Zambarafuta, where's that Mr. Zambarafuta? What do you call that person? What's this one? The one that is Wikinashivayo. Okay, the fit boom boom. And I'm sorry, with all due respect, this man, I said, when he's landing with that stupid jet, arrest that guy and take the jet, sell it and take him back to the state. We are sick and tired of nonsense in our society. People are disrespectful and we take it as normal. Okay, we take it as normal. It can't be. You respect people in society. That's how it works. Gone are the days of trying to think that you can abuse and loot from the state. After looting from the state, now you have the nerve want to show off in front of our faces, expect us to respect it. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Okay? It doesn't. It's not political. It's you're eroding our moral fiber. It's the society. It's trying to change the well-respected society we have known as a Zimbabwean people. You know, we used to move around houses and eating and drinking. Today, it's a different story. I'm not a lover of showing off because I have to consider my neighbor. right? After cause of that around me, not around the state. Mnangagwa's kids, it's your season. Okay, it's your season. Sometimes you have to be answerable. All that you're trying to, it's already collapsed. There's nothing. It's gone. It's gone. There is absolutely nothing. In fact, you guys should know that Mr. Geza was reading a statement. Okay, don't forget that he wasn't. Some people said he was talking from their heart. No, no, no. I disagree. I want to say things as they are. I'm not like that. I want our society to be normal. He was reading a statement. You need to know the people are backing that statement. Okay, okay. So if you just want to make moves, stupid move. There will be consequences. Okay, make one stupid move. And the other thing, shout out to Mr. Gez once again. Okay, I wish I could just hug him. I wish I could just hug him. Okay, you said something. He said no one is going to be arrested. Okay, so which means, guys, you've got freedom of speech back. Don't speak your mind. You should never look at other countries. Look at other countries. As long as you do it respectfully, you don't have to speak respectfully. You need to engage. Zimbabweans, let's engage because that's where our power lies. Mnangagwa spend his time silencing Zimbabweans. We must begin to have conversations to counter his wickedness. Let's speak truth into power. Let's converse across social media platforms. Let's speak our mind. This country has to be sorted out. Whether the devil like it or not, this country, it has to be sorted out. I can't afford to go to heaven, guys. Leave our children in such a disarray country, confused as ever. We just had a small little angel in our house, the beautiful queen, my sweetheart. I can't afford to leave these children in a confused world where they are afraid to speak truth. No, no, no. I want them to fulfill purpose respectfully. I want them to respect our ancestral land. Let our people take back their land that these thieves have taken. Okay. How dare you go take land from our people? We have stayed for years. Where are you, sir? Because it's going to rain on you. You know what I love about God? You know what I love about God? God is always going to defend his people. It's just a matter of time. He's always going to fight for his own, no matter how much it takes. People have bleeded for too long. You guys think you can walk and tremble on our heads. There's always going to be end to wickedness. And the time is now. Some people are worried that, no, maybe ZANU-PF's drama again. No, don't worry about that. This is under control. Zimbabwe has to be restored. Peace and sanity is coming back in society. No more abuse of human rights. Our people has the freedom to speak. Our people has the freedom to choose their own leaders, not bring some crazy people from the street. I love also that Shamangu, the charlatan, is going to be held accountable. This God, God, I love you. Last night I was dancing. I'm a firm believer that when you want God to come through for you, no, you can pray for inspiration and wisdom and counsel, and that's all right. But when you dance, you are like, come, go down in your mighty and fight the wicked. And this is the season. I'm like, God, whatever you're doing in this season, I just love you. I just love you because it's the season of the wicked to pay for all the evil that they've done. Oh God, reign once again. Let's have a new covenant with Yahweh so that God can come through for people and protect us. Not all these lies, deception. I mean, I also love that Mnangagwa is not even a war veteran. I love that. Okay, I'm going to drink to that. Cheers. He's actually not even a war veteran. Everything's just a lie. I'm not surprised. There's nobody who can go out to war and fight for peace and then come back tomorrow and abuse the some people that you fought for, except when he's just lying and deceiving others. It's right, I agree. Muchangwa is not even a war veteran at all. Okay, he's not even. You can see that those that fought for the country, they understand the reason why they went to war. But the ones that were just at the back door waiting for chances, Madam Changwa, they will just, I don't want to tell wrong, loose cannon. I'm waiting for his presser. Mtanga, where are you? I'm just waiting for your presser. Okay. I'm waiting for your presser. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Okay, because I'm gonna sign out. I need to prepare, I need the momentum to come back again a little bit later on because streets are buzzing. Like I told you, I'm going to actually fight now to get my account back because these people's unfair. They've reported my account. It has been suspended on X because I'm the one that dropped that video. But so many people dropped anyway links, but I did the entire video. Now, when they saw that was trending, but on TikTok it's on fire. Please follow me on TikTok if you are on TikTok. And also X, if you're on X, come through and just follow me, Rumi Uncensored. But like I said, right now my account is on mute because of the enemies of my freedom, enemies of my my freedom of speech. I love you, Zimbabweans. God bless you and God bless our country. I'll see you later and bye for now. Please don't forget to like the life before you leave, and I will love you forever. See you later as we move, bring sanity in the country. Bye for now. All right.